This was an eye-opening episode. You know what? Amaya said, when I seen Amaya in an interview with T.S. Madison, Amaya said that this season was going to throw some curveballs. Amaya, bitch, you have never lied, honey, and I am here for it. And I'm like, come on through, Cookie. I'm going up on my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag and all its forms. What, Cookie? Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is my review for Star. This is season 2 and this is episode 13. So in the words of my girl, Amaya Scott, honey, she said there's going to be a lot of curveballs. She never lied. Let's get into this because it's a whole lot. And make sure you guys, if you didn't know, there is an after show that T.S. Madison actually does, and she has different guests. A lot of times it's actual actors and actresses from the show, and she even actually had her mom on this past week. So her after show, just like another review. So you guys know I am a huge T.S. Madison fan, huge fan of Amaya, huge fan. A lot of the people that are actually on the show I am big fans of, and one of the most important ones, I'm a huge fan of Lee Daniels. So make sure you check out T.S. Madison's after show on Fox, and it's right on her. You'll find it right on her Facebook page, or either on her YouTube. Her YouTube is under T.S. Madison, and you can search her on Facebook under T.S. Madison Hinton, and you can actually watch the after show. So, okay, so let's get on to this. Just like she needed my plug with her huge following. Whatever. Love Maddie, child. Anyway, moving on. Okay, so this episode, there was so much shit going on, honey. All this people sleeping together is starting to come out. Okay, so Carlotta's finding out right away. This is the first thing that went down. Carlotta's finding out that Star done slept with Noah, and that Alex got some situation going on with Noah. You know, they said, we ain't sleep together yet. But, you know, it's all of this going on. And Simone just telling it all. Telling it all. And then she going to look at her and say, yeah, Miss C, all of them is hoes. And Carlotta going to say, I don't know about them all being hoes, but this is some hoish behavior. I said, now, wait a minute, Carlotta, bitch. Let me back you up. Because, bitch, you got some smooth-ass moves too, bitch. Because it been 2 seasons, whore, and you done been sleeping around too. You done fucked the pastor. You was fucking the pastor to death. Till you ended up falling out with him. You, the fuck IO, you thought we forgot that you would start fucking IO again? And then now you over here fucking Maurice. But your pussy got some miles on it too. So watch it. Yeah, there's some hoish behavior going on, and it's starting at the top. Girl, but we're loving it. Anyway, moving on. Now, Derek and that therapist of his, I was looking at her and side-eyeing her a little bit the other day when we were watching in the last episode. She's a little sweet on Derek, but I mean, Derek found the motherfucker, so you can't, I mean, it kind of is what it is. And she always down there on her knees. I guess she said, I'm not going to keep on being down here on my knees, honey, and not doing nothing, honey. So she ready to get it popping. And she's like really just outwardly flirting at our Derek. I said, Alex. Then when he seen Alex and didn't even speak, she said, hey, what's up? And he rolled his eyes at her and went back. I said, oh, wait a minute. So you done gave up Alex for the little Latina. I said, oh, okay, Derek. He's really mad with her. Now, Miss Ruby done already told you, Derek, to stop playing. Listen to your grandmother. Anyway, moving on. So, speaking of Miss Ruby, child, why can't Ruby and damn Star get along? And then Miss Ruby be out of order. Okay, so And it's funny because this is like two different things here, because Miss Ruby got an issue about Star being white. She don't like any of that. And you remember, she has a lot of pent up anger, and she brought that out about white folks and things that happen with white folks. Because I believe Derek's mother was white, and Derek's father is Miss Ruby's son. So that's how Derek is her grandson. And something happened, and Derek's dad's dead, and I think his mother has something to do with that. But anyway, so she got some anger about them things, and she, ain't nobody else white around except for Star. Baby, she gives Star the blues, and so she has all that going on. But then there's another thing. There's this piece of discernment that older people have. Well, some people actually have it at a younger age. But Miss Ruby, a lot of the grandparents and things actually have this discernment. And Miss Ruby's dead on with Star. Dead on. There's something about Star. Well, they got into this little spat. Like, they have these little spats. Now, Star is going through. So she's off. She's off. Her attitude is kind of mean right here and mean right there. And Simone has caught a lot of it. It's like something's wrong with her. Something's not going on right with her. And she's actually said something to Carlotta. So, Carlotta will start to pay attention when old high-ass Simone says something. So, there's this one piece. They were down at the salon. They're getting the salon together because the salon's almost done being revitalized, and they're getting ready to open back up, and they're planning this party. And, baby, Miss Ruby and Star have this run-in. And then the next thing you know, Miss Ruby says, you know what? See, I always knew there's something bad about that little white devil bitch. I said, oh, Miss Ruby. I was like, wow. Like, I mean, but old people do that shit. They just come out their mouth with some old little white devil bitch. I said, wow, that was a whole lot, Miss Ruby. But, and Star's like, you know what, Miss Ruby, you got one more time. And she will say, what, you want to fight, bitch? I said, Lord have mercy. Lord. So they always separate them out. And Star does a pretty good job at not being too disrespectful to Miss Ruby. Because Miss Ruby has been really pushing to have her ass cussed out real bad. Real bad. I'd have been cussing Miss Ruby's ass out. But Star be holding off on her pretty good. So they had that little run in there. And they squashed it. It was like, whatever. She had a little broom and shit. Look at that Star. But she is right. There is something about Star. And Miss Ruby has called her out about being whorish before. And she's like, she don't like the way Star moves. She's just watching her. And she knows a whore when she sees one. She knows a whore when she sees one. Because I get this good feeling that I think that Derek's mother was a bit of a whorish white woman who had some intentions that weren't always just. And it ended up, Miss Ruby ain't like her. So that was all. That was to it. So, that's rough. Carlotta and Maurice. And see, there's this other thing where I'm not trusting Maurice, okay? I had a problem with Maurice. I really did. I'm not trusting Maurice. I think you are a snake. Fine as hell, but you are a snake. Old black rattlesnake. I think he really does like Carlotta, but I really believe that he will throw her under the bus if it benefits him. That's what I get from him. He's very much the black version of Hael. Anyway, so he tells her, yeah, you can go through the archives. She said, don't you have access to the archives of some songs and that? Can you let me find one for my girls? Because my girls need some radio play. Because they're trying to do all this stuff with the sponsor, trying to get the sponsors. So she needs something to make her girls shine. He says, go ahead. Go ahead. She goes through there and finds a badass DJ Khaled track. Okay? Then he comes back after she finds it and says, well, why don't you give that track to Noah? And she's like, I went in there looking for my girls. So then he's like, he finagles her, shakes that black snake at her, and finagles her. Now it's going to be take 3 against Noah Brooks for the track. Whoever does a better job with it, that's the one that's going to get the track. I said, Carlotta, you need your ass whooped. You need your ass whooped. And these are the reasons. See, because there's the little reasons that keep coming up. That Carlotta, there's a lot of reasons why Carlotta does a good job of being their manager, because she's like a momager. She's like the mother to them, and she really does love them and care about them. But girl, you don't do well when a dick is involved. See, a dick will change the way that you do all that you do. And that makes you a bad manager and a bad momager. It just makes you an old dumb bitch in general. I can see him be cussing you out again, Carlotta. I lit your ass up once before when it came to Cotton and that goddamn preacher. You ain't gonna be satisfied until I light your ass up again, Carlotta bitch. But I can see it coming. I can feel it boiling up in me, girl. I'm going to end up letting you have it. But whatever, she let his ass finagle her. So all that's going on, the girls got mad. Let's talk about Angel's mother in high heel. Baby, when I tell you, here go one of the things that just dropped out the sky. Angel's mother used to fuck around with high heel. That was the whole thing. And Angel ended up walking in on that. And was like, what in the hell? Yeah, your mama's fucking your uncle, child. A mess. A mess. A mess. But that's what he said. I could have very well been your father. I always loved you. And this, that, and the other. Hey, I'm going to always look out for you, this, that, and the other. But the mother, she was over there jumping up and down on high heels, ding dong, honey. But he wasn't able to get her the way he gets everybody else. She's like, I'm going back to my husband. She's like, I got me a decent husband that got some money. He's taking care of me. I'm going on back to my husband, honey. I like your ding dong, and I might come down here periodically and jump up on it, honey. But nah, I'm going on my husband. I said, girl, good call, honey, good call, because you be sucked up in the bullshit, honey, like everybody else. Okay, so let's go to the party. So here we got this party going on. First things first, Miss Bruce, honey. Miss Bruce and Cotton have a little run-in, and Cotton said, well, damn, Bruce, did you invited all the construction workers that you know? She gonna say, yes, bitch, you did a little something at the party, huh? And then the one little guy, fine, came by, tall and brown and cute, honey. She turned around and told him, look at her again, honey, and I'll get my damn knife out, honey. So go on, Miss Cotton. Go on about your business, bitch. Anybody playing, honey? I said, oh, Miss Bruce, honey. I was like, oh, because he was right, he was right up Cotton's alley, honey. When she looked at him like, oh, I said, girl, get him, honey. Miss Bruce said, bitch, I will give you, honey. You'll be looking like somebody's uncle, bitch. You better get out of here, honey. I cracked up laughing. I said, y'all a mess. Soon as the party's getting going real good, didn't Star and Miss Ruby get into it again? And this time, Miss Ruby is too much. Miss Ruby started after going back and forth. Miss Ruby grabbed a beer bottle off the table, baby, and busted on the wall and say, you want to fight, white bitch? Come on with it, bitch. I said, Ruby. Ruby. Oh, ghetto ass Ruby. I said, girl, what's going on, Miss Ruby? She broke that bottle, baby, and was ready, honey. I said, girl, you don't want none of that, Star. Star will say, come on, Miss Ruby, fuck all that. Let's go. I said, I'm telling you, Star, but you don't want none of that. You know Miss Ruby got a straight razor on her titty and a beer bottle in her hand, bitch, and a grenade in her purse and everything else. But you better leave Miss Ruby alone. You don't know. You don't know. Miss Ruby probably got an old 76 Cadillac, girl. She'll run your ass over, honey. You'll be dead, dead, dead. Down in your grave, honey, with your mama, honey. You better leave Miss Ruby alone. They had to get him and break him up. I said, Lord have mercy. It's like, Star. That's an old woman. That's child. Miss Ruby's great fuck Star. Old woman, my ass, honey. She's great fuck Star. Right on that. Right on that. Anyway. So, during the party, Alex runs into Derek and sees him with the over there with the physical therapist chick. And because he didn't invite this bitch to the party. And when she walked up, she said, I'm going to go over there and talk to him. I said, okay, Alex, go get your piece of meat, honey. But as she went to approach, she saw him moving his leg and moving his foot and getting up. And baby, it broke her like, oh, I done fucked up, honey. I done fucked up. So she went behind the house, got the crying and carrying on. I said, Angel and Simone done talked Carlotta into letting Angel move into the salon with them, because the salon's huge. It's a huge house. Move in with them. And she's like, this is against my better judgment. She's like, but his place, he got roaches. I said, oh shit, not roaches, honey. He'd have been over Nene's house, honey, and brought some roaches. Shout out to Nene. Damn Nene. Anyway, but she said, yeah, I said, here we go, you bad momager again. Girl, y'all move no dick in your house for your daughter, you dumb bitch. But anyway, honey, she walked right up on Angel and Simone in her wig closet, baby, get ready to get loose. I said, okay. She said, listen, I'm going to let the boys stay here. Your ass upstairs, him downstairs. He'll have his ass over there in that goddamn, in that RV on over, how his old house that he ain't moved off the lawn, honey. She's like, because y'all not going to be in here fucking and making babies and carrying on. I said, Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy. After the fight with Ruby and Miss Star, honey, Star then left and went back down to the club and ran into the guy. Y'all remember the guy, the little musician guy, with his sharp ass. He's real cute. But she ran into him, and she's just being a real tramp and trying to basically give him, she wanted to sleep with him. And he's like, okay, all right, cool. She's like, why ain't we already out in your car getting down? I'm like, girl, you are a tramp, honey. He done dug in her purse. I said, what are you going in her goddamn purse for? I said, oh, God, he's a damn thief. But he wasn't. He actually used her phone and text Simone. I said, where's the block? Anybody got no goddamn code on their phone? You can't go off of your phone, but whatever. He texts Simone. Simone called Maurice. Maurice comes down to get her. She was all drunk off her ass. And it's like, ain't nobody sleeping with nobody. Star, let's go. She was acting a fool. I was like, the guy will say, she said, we're going to have sex. He said, not this time, maybe next time. I said, okay. So I thought he was a thief. Said, no, he's cool. He's cool, but she ain't got no money anyway. So I was like, all right, whatever. But anyway, in the midst of all that, Star confessed to Maurice that she killed her mother. And the very next day, she's sitting out on the steps. She don't remember even talking to him, with that drunk shit. She was white girl wasted, honey, drunk down. And she don't remember and all that. And he kind of just told her, he said, listen, you a killer. This, that, thing, and the other. And she's like, did I have sex with you? He's like, no, girl. So they go through all that, and I'm like, okay, so he didn't actually come back out and tell her that what she told him and all that. And I'm like, he's going to use, because I already told you, I think he's a snake. He's going to use that somewhere down the line against her. I know he is. I just don't trust his old fat ass. I really don't. So that just didn't go well. But he told her, listen, I think he feels real sorry for her and all that. And he does have a little bit of a conscience. He told her, Carlotta don't even know it yet, but I'm going to give the song to you all, because he's the one that's going to choose whether or not Noah gets the song or they get the song. Of course, he was going to give it to Noah. And Star was like, I don't want it. We don't want it. There's no pity. Just go on and give it to Noah. I was like, oh, she's so stupid. And he walked on off, and I'm like, okay, well, we got to wait and see what he's going to do. Also, during the party, Noah and Alex run into, Alex is in the RV. Noah goes over there and finds her. He's coming to talk to her. Next thing you know, baby, they down each other's throat, honey, and get ready to get down. And she's like, I'm not going to be doing this sneaking around with you stuff. And he's like, all right, cool. We'll just tell everybody. And he's like, she's like, okay. And he's like, did you change your mind? Because he up on top of her, mounted. Did you change your mind? Please say you ain't changed your mind. She's like, no, I ain't changed my mind. You better come on and stick it on in me, honey. I said, Child, he said he had some protection. I said, thank God, because she gets pregnant, honey, and then she throws him in the toilet, honey, so you got to watch her. I said, So them two, they got down, and they said they're going to tell everybody. Honey, later on that next day, Alex comes over, baby, and tells everybody. Noah not with her. I said, where's Noah? You should have been standing right there, bitch. When you come in there and you get to telling Carlotta and them and saying in front of the store that you gonna be fucking Noah, bitch. He should have been standing right there next to you. See, I ain't trusting Noah either. I'm gonna have to light his ass up. So, So just when you thought that everything was just, that was all you're gonna see, Miss Ruby comes back, and Miss Ruby and Star have a conversation. Miss Ruby apologizes to Star and tells Star, I'm going to try to do better, but I've been taking out on you things that have been happening all my life when it pertains to white people. And I know that's not right because your white ass wasn't here. You didn't do it. So I'm going to try to do better. I said, go on, Miss Ruby, bitch. I like that, Miss Ruby. Miss Ruby out of order, but I do like her. Yeah. So I was like, that was cool. That was really cool. That was needed. Lee throws a lot of stuff that are very climate appropriate at this time. So that was cool. Then the last thing, baby, here's where the motherfucking wig got blown off. There's somebody knocking on the door. There's a pretty girl at the door. And she comes and she says, I came looking for my baby's dad here. My baby's dad used to live here. So, of course, everybody's thinking Hyle, because Hyle's Mr. Hot Dick. And so everybody's coming to the door, and they're like, what? So she's like, yeah, I have a baby, and he's like 3. He's like 3 years old. And she's like, and his dad lives here. And she's like, who's your dad? Arnold. Where, bitch? I said, no. Where? Arnold, bitch? Honey, and Cotton and stuff, they're going to say, Arnold don't live here no more, bitch. No, Miss Cotton, bitch. No, Miss Cotton. You was playing around with a piece, honey. You done laid up and knocked somebody up, Miss Cotton. I said, Lee Daniels, oh, you tried it. You tried it. I am so here for this. So here. Baby, everybody's eyes was giving this, honey. I said, oh my God. I'm telling you, Star this season, if you've not been watching Star, you need to watch Star. I love Empire. Y'all know that. But Star season 2 has been better than the last 2 seasons of Empire. Flat out, I can't tell you no lie, and I love Cookie to death. But Star has been whipping their ass all 13 episodes of season 2. Star is the goddamn goings on right now. All right, you guys, that's it. That's all I got. Ciao, Arnold. Ciao. I'll catch y'all next week.